early in the morning? Yep. Got work I gotta do, people. Got work I gotta do. All right. First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Ridge Technology Screens. I do apologize for being up on a Sunday, but we got to get a two-screen outdoor projection screen set up outside. These are my previous screens that I used to have outside before we put in the giant 250-inch. This is my slideshow. I was showing off on a forum site of the different screens we've had outside. So right now I had to do there's customer's 200-inch screen. Oh, I took a picture of that. I thought that was so beautiful. Anyway, well, I actually captured that picture. I have the customer's 200-inch screen, and we have my 250-inch screen. It would be a nice side-by-side display for outside. I gotta figure out what fire stick. I gotta find the remote control for that fire stick, and we gotta change the batteries out. I think, and the other fire stick may be on walkers. All right, so I'm sorry about all the videos we had to do yesterday about this individual. I do apologize for that, but you have to understand, we have to go out and we have to do these. Anytime we deal with this particular individual, we have to literally post that many videos because literally every time we turn around, that individual is always doing some of the most dirty, most deceitful stuff we've ever seen. So we just don't want to be bothered with them, period. Until we go to court, definitely if we go to court, yes. But other than that, we don't want to be bothered with him because he's just constantly, always doing something evil. I've never seen anything like it in my life, I told you. But we do apologize for all the videos yesterday, but all those videos are necessary because, like I said, we're taking an individual to court. We have to show that we've had problems with this guy from day one. And yeah, it's just been that bad with him. So he's going in and just done all kinds of crazy stuff. Trying to do fake orders like he's going to buy from us and then put all these freaking complaints in, trying to get out of the review. Yeah, he's something else. So, you know, you can see I got to be up early in the morning. I got to do a two-screen display today at 200 inches and a 250, which would be nice for the company to have two giant screens up there on display for these screens we designed. But you know, in the meanwhile, we had to shoot all these freaking videos yesterday explaining the craziness this guy does, just to show you exactly how out of pocket and how weird this guy is at the end of the day. So he needs to be exposed. So we had to report. We reported all those videos for reporting everything against this Joker. Literally had to go through all that through an order. I've never been through anything like that in my life. In 12 or 13 years I've been in business, I have never had a customer as worse as this guy. Never, ever. I've had some ones, but never as worse as this. This guy is absolutely horrible. So we had to go through all that nonsense. This Yerker went in and filed multiple complaints on PayPal. We had to go in and deal with that nonsense. Then we had to go in somehow opt out the shipping option to be able to ship the regular label over to him. We had to go to the United States Post Office and manually put his information in to send it over. It's a freaking headache working with this, being around this guy. I'm gonna make sure, buddy, I got a lot of contacts in business, a lot of contacts. I'm gonna make sure that whoever I bump into, whoever I do business with, clearly knows what they're dealing with, what they do with you. I'm gonna get you blackballed because you do some of the most dirtiest things I've ever seen. And I'm glad we record everything because we can easily show people we have done business with the experience that we have been through with you. Unbelievable. And again, you guys don't come out looking too good. You guys come out looking absolutely horrible when you constantly try to slam me. Because then people are curious, why are these guys slamming this guy? First, let me explain something to you. I'm the only African American. And you can say, well, report a race car, no, but it's true. I'm the only African American that designs this kind of technology. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, I got to get back to work. We have much to do today. Like I said, I get up in the morning. I don't have time for that nonsense. I literally ran out of ink yesterday. Had to pay to have ink shipped in overnight to have it here on time for the customers. And when the item gets there to him, all he has to do is deny the package. That's basically about it. But I'm not going to be accused of never shipping out a package to a customer and not even taking care of a customer. Now you see when I talk about being professional at what a professional at you do, that if you have a customer, perfect example, if you have a customer, it can be a complete nightmare, right? You have to know how to handle that situation. I didn't contact him cursing him out. I didn't make memes about him. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. No, I just basically exposed everything he was doing to show people what we were dealing with at the end of the day. That is called professional customer service. At the end of the day, yes, you need to be exposed for what you're doing. If a customer comes in, a person's professional, and they're screaming and yelling and carrying on, people pull out their cell phone cameras and they record it. They call them Karens. They record them, carrying on and acting up, and they put them on blast, which they should be. People should see how they act, because I'm pretty sure that part of them they really don't show every day. But anyway, like I said, we put them on blast as we should, showing people what we're going through when working with this fellow. But other than that, cursing them out, this, that, and the other, no, we don't do that kind of stuff. Canceling his orders, we don't do that kind of nonsense. We're going to ship it right to his front door as agreed. If he doesn't want it, he can always deny the package and have it sent back. Easy. Now, I got to go downstairs and I got to figure out what fire sticks go to what. We got to be outside with a 2 fire stick system. And I got to untangle the 50-foot cable, which we're desperately going to need really bad. I got to go find some stuff. I'll put it in the refrigerator. Let me drink some of this too. If that comes off. Yeah, it's okay. But I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. I'm done. Now that's the end of it for me. I don't want to mention this guy, talk about this guy, nothing. I got so much work to do, it's not even funny. And apparently he does not take his job seriously enough to do dumb stuff like that every day. While you're in there ranting and carrying on and acting up, I'm over here installing the 200-inch screens, 250-inch screens, and showing you off some of our outdoor screens that we used to have on display, but that's our work right there. All right. So I got to go in right now. I got to figure out what remote controls go to what so I can start getting set up. Top was having breakfast. That one goes to. That's not. All right. Let me see. We're gonna have 2 fire sticks. I know we got 2 of them in here somewhere. Too many tackles. Let's see. We need this one. I'll hook them both up at the same time. This is one. This is the other one. I can have this on one side, on this side, and the other one on the other side. Which I'm curious, how much room do I have between that and before I make contact with the freaking side of the deck, so I need to figure that out. At least I can bungee that to the side. That done. Alright, so we have to check the weather forecast to make sure that we're not going to get any rain today. The weather's going to be quite nice. It's only 60, 69 degrees, which is good. That's been fantastic. I got to sweep under my freaking counters. Alright. So we're going to put a 200-inch screen on this side. We already have a 250 on that side. I missed the dual 250. Dual 150-inch screens. That was a fun setup. 150 inches. We can still install them in because my screen rolls up. But the problem is the company that makes those screens don't make them anymore. They don't make the 150s no more. Should have bought. I wish I could find me another company that has them. The dual 150s are fun. Fire stick downstairs going buggy, so she needs to be changed out. Let me see. One of these goes to what? Now, upstairs in the room, just put a recap in, we're putting in a very interesting levitating screen. Kind of a bit of an interesting test because it should work. Honestly, it should do exactly what it's designed to do. If this does what I think it does, this is going to be absolutely amazing. So, got to find out how that's going to work. And apparently, sorry, I ran out of ink, which is not a problem. I got it shipped in overnight. It should be around 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock, most likely 4 o'clock. That'll give me time to come back in and start printing out the rest of the tracking numbers for everybody. Get you guys taken care of. And we do appreciate you for being so patient. We really do. We really appreciate it. Whew, I thought we just went through a few minutes ago. I mean, I checked the minutes. You know what? We've been through some stuff with that one. But thank you for being patient. We appreciate it. All right, white boy. You're going to take one out with your mouth again. Okay, let me see. All right, so that area's all cleaned up. We're done in there. Let me figure out a fire sticker around what. Let's see. I need to put this somewhere. Oh, I forgot about that. We got to do it 235. I'm going to do that before, or probably around like in autumn. I'm going to do a 235.1 portable setup outside because we got the projector for it. We have 235.1 here. So we're going to be doing that one next. I need to sort out this line right here. This is one of the lines for setups, which is always entangled for some reason. Sorry about that. I'm going to show you what we're doing over here. Let me grab some kicks. Show you what we're up to. So this is the stuff that I have to do every morning when I'm setting up. Show you demonstration. I'll show you what goes on. So we have to go sort some stuff out. I have to sort some stuff out and figure out what we need to do to put this setup in downstairs. I'm hoping I should have enough room. If not, it's just we just need to display the screen. See if it's functioning. It should function because it did quite well downstairs and the max out phone. So right now, got to untangle cables and wires and all that other good stuff, which we're doing right now on the floor, untangling stuff to get it ready because we need cords and stuff for outside. So I got a 100-inch cord, which will be perfect for, actually I should use the 100-inch cord to hit the 100-inch cord to hit the main screen on the far end. I gotta get one of those viruses that light up. I'm going outside prepared, which means I'm going outside with long sleeve shirts on and the bug zapper on one side, bug zapper on one side, but the bugs are more hectic over there where the wood pile's at. So I'll be showing off back and forth, but mostly on the other side. So I don't think I'm being bit half the time. So we need to sort out what fire sticks are going to what. We have 2 sets of fire sticks in here we need to get access to. So let me see. I think we do this over. Yeah, I got a screen over here. I got a screen and stand. Let me come over here and do this. So busy. I'm hopefully when we get done all this, we have a screen paint we're working on for front and rear projection screens because I run into a bunch of those on Amazon, and therefore the majority you see these screens are inflatable projection screens. So we're designing a formula that will turn that white mesh into black mesh. And that will allow you to convert your inflatable projection screen into a black OLED screen. I had somebody, I don't know who they are, I don't care, saying our screens are not OLED-like. Well, it's a black screen. It does pull 100% contrast level. And I've been in these forum sites, I go all the time, to people who have these OLED setups. So like these groups they had, it's probably one of them, who had these group rooms where they talk about their TVs. And I explain something to you. I have had so many people talk about how, number one, they don't want to spend the money for an OLED TV. They're very, very expensive. Number two, if your kids happen to crack the screen, and I've heard so many stories about people having kids crack the screen, or screen's getting damaged, it literally costs more money to replace a screen than a TV, which means you have to go out and buy another TV because you can't get it repaired because the screen is so expensive. Not only that, they have something called dead pixels. These things will pop up and have dead pixels. I've seen instances where screens have gone completely black, where basically the GPU has completely burnt out. There's a motherboard back there. Now mind you, I built PCs, so I know for a fact you have a motherboard. And you got this thin TV, and the vents are hitting right against the back of the wall, which is very little air circulation. And some people have come home to hear sound, but no picture. So And on top of that, your size. Projection screens can go 150 inches. I got a 150-inch display. If you're talking about the TV having 4K, well, guess what? You can get a 4K projector, 1080p projector, 720p projector. You can change out your specifications right there with no problem whatsoever. So people choose. We know we get their TV addicts will pop up and say, "Well, it's not the same as." It's I would say a lot better, because again, you can choose your screen size. I have a 127-inch over there in the next room, and that is my jet black screen on a 600 by 800 res 720p projector. I can use that in a fully lit environment. I can have my lights on, and I don't have to worry about the screen washing or fading. And guess what? My projector for that setup costs $150. That's it. Where an OLED TV is going to cost you thousands upon thousands. Do you have any idea how much a 127-inch 1610 OLED TV would cost you? Now, let me explain something to you also. OLEDs and any other TV can't do a actual 16:9 format. Well, they can't do the actual 16:9. The TV's too small. You don't get 16:9 widescreen or 1610 or 235.1 on an OLED TV. You can't. The movie's actually formatted for that particular picture. You know how much money it would cost to have an OLED TV that does an actual 16:9 setup? Yeah, a very, very expensive TV. Do they have them? Yes, they do. Are they very expensive? Yes, they are. Also, see that screen right there? I can take it outside if I want to. Can't do that with an OLED TV. So, no, buddy. Sorry. I got a screen outside at 250 inches. No OLED can ever match it. Not in price, not in size, and as for performance, if I want to upgrade my performance, I can drop, you pay what, about 80, 90,000 for those things? I could easily drop about $5 grand on a projector. Bring something in here that'll basically blow an OLED, clean out the water. Contrast levels, we have contrast levels. My screen's jet black. Ambient light rejection technology, we can use our screens in fully lit environments. Ultra short those, we can switch out any projectors we want at will. I've been through the whole debate on TVs. This is where I'm usually at. Most of the time I'm at OLED forum sites having conversations with them. And when I ask them, hey, how come you guys don't get a projector screen? And first thing they go, why? My screen can pull 100% contrast level. And that's true over a gray screen. My image, I bought this amazing image. I can use it in a fully lit environment. I don't have to worry about darkening environments, having my curtains black or dimming my lights and any of that nonsense. That is true. But our technology is black. We can pull 100% contrast level. It can be used in fully lit environments. I can take my screen out and I can go over and I can watch a movie at 127 inches, but you can't because it would cost you a ton of money to do so. With a projector, I have options. I can go anywhere from a 50-inch all the way to a whopping 324 inches. You can't do that. I can change up my aspect ratio, which means I can go from 1610, 16:9, and 235.1. You can't do that. And again, if you're talking about a 90-inch OLED, do you have any idea how much money that costs? Most people I see with OLED TVs have somewhere between and the 60, maybe 60 to 50-inch range. When you start reaching 90 and up, you're talking about a lot of money. Sony's 100-inch TV, when it first came out, was $100,000. $100,000 for Skippy to throw a Matchbox car, clean across the room, and nail your screen and basically damage it just like that. Yeah. On top of that, they consume a ton. There we go, back in. Either they have an OLED TV and they're looking to get rid of it and go bigger. They want a bigger screen. They want their real movie theater effect. Yeah, good luck getting that movie theater effect on a 50 or 60-inch screen. I got 150 right here, but good luck on that. But anyway, but as I said before, either they're talking about getting rid of their TV because they want a bigger display, they want that real movie theater experience, or they've seen the TV and they're not spending the money. So, yeah. So no argument there. So the fellow who made the comment had a 50-inch. You had a 50-inch sitting on top of your place. Are you kidding me? screen's 127 in the next room. My setup in this, see, what screen? 127 inch. That's customized. So I did a roughly customer probably paid about 3 something for it, and then with the projector, 150 bucks. Upstairs, I got something called an Absolute Black. It's a 137 inch acoustic screen. Sound can travel right through my screen. Way cheaper than a recall their OLED TV. Yeah. That's a good option. Yeah. All right, let's move on. We got things to do. Yep. Right now, if I want to, I got a 120 inch black screen sitting right outside on my deck. If I want to watch movies, I can go sit up and watch movies, which I love so much because I can be in here chilling and just walk right outside. I'm gonna start doing that from now on, setting my projectors outside. So I can just leave out of here and just walk out there without setting anything up. So yeah, the people who buy those TVs at the end of the day, like I said, they have what they call these TVs. Like I said, what we see one time we go in these pumps, we've seen the Stonehenge effect. The Stonehenge effect is where you got the small little TV about 50 inches. Yeah, I'm sorry, 56 inches is a small screen to me. That's a very small screen. My test screen is 88 inches. All right, so that's a small screen. You guys have this. This is literally the size of y'all screens. Size of y'all screens. When I go into forum sites, usually we see screens up there. Something like against my screen. You should see there. When we go into forum sites, this is usually the size screen we're staring right there. Then they'll have these giant, massive speakers wrapped all around the screen. Now we've seen some with 70s, about 74s in there, 70 inches in there. But majority, most of them are like 50, 60 inches. These are expensive TVs. And they'll have these giant speakers wrapped all around it. So we call it the Stonehenge effect. When you literally have all these giant speakers, you literally have bigger sound than you have picture. I don't get how that even works. But that's the Stonehenge effect. And y'all spent how much for that little screen right there? Are you kidding? Even at 5,000, even at 8,000, that's too much money for a screen that small. Yeah. Meanwhile, I got that set up. So what are you going to say? Most people say, well, I've heard the arguments. You've heard the arguments in rooms. They'll say, well, my contrast, the screen's black. What do you have by contrast? The screen puts a 100% contrast level. So as we're saying that you have the OLED and you pull 1% contrast level, pish posh, that screen pulls 100% contrast too. It's jet black. It's not even gray. It's jet black. Using the screen stuck in that issue. No problem there. What else? 4K? I can buy a 4K projector. Big deal. What else you got? All right then. At the end of the day, mine costs less. Much, much less. And I can do more with mine than you can do with yours. I can change up my screen size. With my projector, you're stuck with the same size with the TV. And if I want, like I said, I can go outside and I can watch the football game outside. You guys can't do it. You're stuck. Spend all that money for a TV, literally, just to be able to be stuck in one size. Dumb nonsense. I guess they didn't know who I was at the end of the day, and I guess they'd never seen me in the forum sites before, but somebody brought that up by saying that it's not the same as an OLED TV. Oh, you have so much to learn. You don't know me that well at the end of the day. That's why if you most people never make that statement when they know that we make black screens over here. Yeah. The whole exact thing about the OLEDs is the fact that they pull that really deep black level. That's the amazing thing about the OLEDs. Well, guess what? That screen's. There we go. Got that cleared up. Move on. Got things to do. thing to do. All right, let's see. We got to set this projector up. We got to see which fire stick works with what fire stick. So that's what we're doing right now. Trying to configure which fire sticks are which. We got one downstairs. Let's put it over here. I'm gonna get this big one. Which one of these goes with what? What is going to go cooler? Then I have to deal with the head. Acting buggy. Let me take the Wi-Fi off. Skunk season. You don't know. If you live in an area where you have skunks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I guarantee you when this buggy's on a switch. Yeah. All right. Oh, by the way, we also have a delay policy on the website also too. But you didn't read through that. Don't care. You're getting your product whether you like it or not. Whoa, what are you? It's a big bug. That's what you're smelling. It's skunks. Skunks are outside doing their business. Man, freaking good gracious. All right, let me see.
Okay, this is the cord going for what? This is going to. Oh, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, this is the power cord. We don't need this. We got two power cords here. I don't need that. All right, that's one in. So over here done. Oh, I hope it's not this morning. Start off with a little muggy. This morning was a muggy day. All right, you got to figure out what fire stick goes to you. Happy with the I'm really happy with the 2-coat application for the 39 downstairs. So that right there is a different 39.
That's there for the screens.
That 39 is designed to take a little bit more punishment. That 39 majority, most of the time, it's going to be outside. So, it's going to take a little bit more abuse. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to figure out what fire stick goes to what, because we have to do a 2 fire stick system outside. And I need to change the batteries on this one right here. So, let me figure out what fire stick we got that goes to this one right here, because that one doesn't have a fire stick. Alright, it's not the fire stick for this one. One freaking fire stick. Don't know which goes to which. Got two of them right here. Oh shit, did you just hit the off button? You just hit the off button. How did you watch? There we go. You need to hit the... Yeah, I'm gonna sit up there and spend all this money for an OLED TV. Sure. Way too much money. We got black technology, saves our customers a ton of money. That's the whole purpose, you know. We understand that people who have these screens when we go into these forum sites are going to be a little threatened by the technology, and you should be, because again, those TVs cost a ton of money. The only thing that OLED pretty much offers is the fact that it can pull up a blacker level than any other TV. Well, we have a screen here that's physically black. So that's why I call them OLED lights. Let me see. That would be a nice display for my 235.1. I can actually, my 235.1, it probably doesn't have lens shift attached to it. But literally, I can set that up where I can hit that whole strip right across from the top. That would be nice. I guess that's all as far as you can go over. Oh, okay. Take it back a little bit. Let me see. We are going to put a remote control here. Definitely not this one. Oh, we don't need that. We're good. We don't even have anything on here technically to consider eating memory. Alright, so it's definitely not you. Oops. Now what the frick are you doing in here? That doesn't make any sense. Wrong remote controls in here. Well, what are you? Two of them in here. Wow. Alright. This is the remote control for this room. Let's leave that over there. We got. Let me show you how many fire sticks we have. These are my fire sticks. Literally. You can see how many fire sticks I have. I have a ton of fire sticks. So, let's figure out which one this goes to. Because I'm thinking that we have the fire stick for that one over there. We don't. We actually have it in our hand the whole time. Alright, so let me see. It's not this one. No, it's not this one. Is this one? It's this one. We found it. Alright, this one that goes to this unit. You don't need all that. I need to go to YouTube. And it's a little bit off. Looking like I'm not there. That's better. Can I get a, let's see, 1610. 1610, I'm going to get a much bigger image. Alright. Yeah, you just save so much more money with our technology versus spend all this money for OLEDs. Way too much money for a screen, a TV. Yeah, I did right, Tackle. That's right. I'll tell you the truth. Uh-huh. Alright, let me see. I want to bring it over a little bit. Alright, so this is the remote control that goes to this one. Let me see. This one, we could change up batteries in this one. And the second of batteries in this one. Alright. So this is one for this one. Alright. Change my batteries real quick. So, sorry about that. Wash my hand. Man, so we have that already set up. So we can have that display ready to go. What's going on with my screen here? You have that set up already for Taco? You did. Why are you playing in that section? Because if you knock out my freaking cables over here, man, what you want to do? See, by the way, you know what? Let's see what's going on over here. I want the TV set on. Or screen set on. Okay, tropical fish.
They have some YouTube.
Give me that one. Now that is on my 1080p, $270 projector. Right there. Make sure we got these all connected. This is the right one. Nope. Mixed up again. Which one is this one? Alright, that's this one is going to this one. This one goes to one downstairs. This one is downstairs where that belongs. And this one doesn't have batteries in it. This one has no batteries. This one I think maybe goes to your phone. So these have no batteries. Let me see. I'm going to do the screen here today. I haven't played around the screen at all. So fun with the screen. This has no batteries. Okay. So these right here, we don't know what these go to. Right there.
What do you mean the connection rooms were not configured?
Yeah, no. But they're super close though, it's just a
Right.
corridor in between them.
That's right here. All right. That goes to this unit over here. All right. That's all figured out. This one goes to this one. OLED TV. Oh, it's funny. I need a speaker up here for this. Charge both the units. So, my screen size from here to there is about 85 inches. That's an 85-inch display. At 1610, true widescreen. Where, we're not talking about OLED TVs. We'll get back to that later because I'm going to have this display up here for a while. Because we got to be outside today anyway. But that is 1610 at 80 inches right there. That's set up right there. You can't get OLEDs in 1610. They don't make them. I'm pretty sure they don't. Well, let's get back to our setup. So, we'll talk about that later because it's another video I want to do next. What we're doing right now is we're testing out which goes to what fire stick goes to what, because we have 2 sets of fire sticks and Lily couldn't figure out which ones went to what. So this is what we're doing right now. And my allergies are killing me.
Line in.
For those you're wondering why I'm up so early in the morning, because yesterday we ran out of ink. So I put an order in. I got ink coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta be up before they get here because raccoons in my neighborhood will pick stuff up and carry it away with them. I've seen it happen. So I'm up 4 o'clock in the morning. Ink will get here. I can process my orders, get them ready for Monday morning. Got to go outside and do a 2 massive screen display. And I figure when we're up here, I'm trying to figure out what fire stick goes to what. We hook up the projector. I'm thinking, this will be a good demonstration for the OLED discussion. So I just measured up the screen. This is 85 inches right here at 1610. Let's see if we can find an OLED TV for what we paid for this for 85 inches at 1610 aspect ratio. Not format, actually aspect ratio. Because we go to forum sites all the time with this, all the time. So please don't compare. At the end of the day, don't think that an OLED is going to be to keep up with the competition of this technology. Customers can go as big as they want if they choose. OLED, you're stuck to one size, and that's it. This projector does all the way up to around 324 inches, yeah. In our technology, our customers don't spend a lot of money for 720p, for 1080p or 4K projectors. If your claim is, oh, my TV's in 4K, guess what? They make 4K projectors also. And they have the same apps and all that stuff. This projector has apps on it. I got a Fire Stick plugged in the back. I can do the same thing you can do. I can go to Hulu and Netflix and whatever the frick I want at the end of the day on my setup right here. So again, no contest. And the beautiful thing about it is, if one of my youngins come over here and they throw a Matchbox card against my screen, I don't have any worries about that because it's not going to get damaged.
At Petco, shopping for your pet is easier than ever. No, really.
Matter of fact, we may make that an OLED TV challenge. Throw a Matchbox card at your screen as hard as you can and see what happens. Oh, you won't do that because you'll damage it. There you go. That's why a lot of people, some of my customers have already gone through that. They've actually bought these OLED screens and TVs and whatever, and they've gotten damaged that way. Run by 235.1 right across the top of that. That'd be cool. Yeah, we're gonna have that discussion about the OLED. Let's see if we can go out there and find an OLED TV for the price we have over here. At our 88 inch, we have one here. Good thing we didn't do the 150 inch. That would have been virtually impossible to find. Where's the Yeah, see, there's so many forum sites of watching people remove those brackets off the back of their walls and install in projection screens. I know the TV wants to make it sound like, that's why if you look at the P2 projectors and all the other projectors they make, they're designed to replace the TV. Problem with those particular projectors, nothing wrong with them, is that the screens can't do what the projectors are designed to do. If you're going to compete with an OLED, then you're going to have a problem because number one, if your screen's gray, and like I said, we do have great technology. Like I told you, the best would be the black technology. If you're going to compete with an OLED, your screen's going to have to be absolute black. You've got to pick a 100% contrast level up. Like I said, amazing projector, but you're only going to be to get so much out of it because the screens you're using on the P2 are either gray or white screens, and they don't pull up correctly. That's why people sit there and spend thousands of dollars for gunmetal technology, but even at the end, gunmetal will not compete with OLED TVs. They're not black. So if the fellow made that statement, yeah, my technology next to an OLED, not a problem. My projector behind me is 1080p, but it cost me $270. To do a 100-inch of this technology would cost our customers, I think it's like $237, something around that price. So with this projector and a 100-inch, which is bigger than the OLED TVs, and an actual 16:9 format, real actually 16:9 or 16:10, whatever they choose, which you guys can't do, would still cost less than your TV, by far. And they can take it outside when they're done too, if they want.
There is no peace that ever was.
Now, this is not going to mix up in this bad boy. I got a bad habit of getting my controllers mixed up. Finally got everything sorted out. Right minds to spend that kind of money at the end of the day. I had even customers contact me and saying, I wish I would have known about your black technology before I spent all this money for a TV. Y'all can't do that. If you do that, your screen will get damaged. We can do this. It won't even damage the screen. So kids can run through here, they can throw something all through the house. They can hit that screen a dozen times, it won't get damaged. Can't do that on an OLED TV. I would like to see you try. I'll put that challenge out for you. Anyone who has an OLED TV, take a remote control, throw it against your screen, see what happens. Oh, by the way, it's a busted fire stick, by the way. Anybody thinking that I threw a brand new fire stick, that's a busted fire stick. Y'all can't do that. I had a friend of mine just recently just lost a TV because her kids were in there throwing cars around and one hit the side of the screen and damaged it, cracked the screen. Had to turn around spending money for a whole new TV. Y'all can't do that. Y'all don't have that capability. Y'all stuff will get cracked. And then you get that most horrifying what do you call it, news. Well, here's the deal. To replace that screen would cost more than the TV, and you're just better off buying a new TV. This is why when you're driving around, if you see a big TV sitting in the trash, the biggest mistake people make is they go home and go, wow, who would throw this in the trash? I'm just going to take it home and get the screen replaced, to find out that the screen literally costs more than the TV. You come up cheaper, just buy another TV. And I've heard the nightmares about the dead pixels. I've heard those things. Now, those of you who think the OLEDs are better, I will be outside today at 250 at a 200-inch screen when you will be watching the game on a low screen. 50 and 60 inches, this is not big. This is 85. That's 1610. A real 1610, not formatted. This is why they're making these projectors, these ultra short throw projectors, more like a whole TV setup. But the problem is, no matter how much they advance the projector to make it like a TV, you still have to have the screen in order to get the effect. If this screen was gray, it'd be pointless. Wouldn't be to pick up correctly. Colors wouldn't pick up, contrast wouldn't be able to pick up, and an OLED TV, yes, would be able to dominate with no problem whatsoever. This is black technology. This screen can pull up an insane white level, pulls a fantastic color, and its contrast levels are 100%. And with those ultra short throw projectors, this thing looks absolutely incredible. I can blow this screen up at 150 inches at a projector that costs me $60. Sitting right over there. Well, you can't see it. Right? Oh, you can see it's in the shot. Right over there.
This is what it's all about. Doing what you're made for. It's time to learn.
It's nice to have the ultra short throws, but again, if you don't have the screen to work with, the projector is pretty much useless. And for these companies, you call yourself designing these high-end advanced projectors to be more like a TV. It's not going to be like a TV no matter how much you advance the projector, because you don't have the screen technology to make it like a TV. Gunmetal screens are not black. And they do not produce a 100% contrast level. I don't care how dark you make them. Alright, let me see. What are we doing today? Still waiting for ink. Let's sit back and watch this.
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Here. When you watch your kids in a room that's actually connected, it does.
looking at that screen and this one at the same time. That's 600 by 800, 720p. And this is 1080p. We've done that already. We've taken two projectors, 720p and 1080p, and put them side by side. You can't tell one from the other.
Make this the summer you realized the farther you go, the better it gets. And discovered that even out here, you're never alone. Make this the summer of Jeep with the most awarded SUV brand.
Now you see why, when I tell you that, why we got so many haters at the end of the day. Our technology is absolutely freaking insane. It's the first time I hit this screen with this projector. Wow. Easy using ultra short those most of the time. Man. When people ask us why we have so many haters, this is why. They can't back none of our tests, don't do any of our demonstrations, nothing. At the end of the day, I don't care. My company's getting contracted. We got more contracts coming in, more offers coming in for our technology. Do you have any idea what they're going to be selling this stuff for when it goes offline? It's going to go for quite a lot of money. Set this up with a package with an ultra short throw projector, you have your OLED TV at the end of the day. Without spending all that money. The 8K Desires. They got a couple on there I want to see besides the other one. 8K Desire Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
TV record? What I'm being told by people that are invested into the company, that I'm selling my products for too cheap. Because they're worth more than that. They want to take it offline and they want to put it into stores. Well, we'll see. Great screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. We do network grade all the time. We test it on everything in the house, everything. We have to, because yet people really think at the end of the day that their grade products actually work, and they don't work. Now, next to, well, actually, the most advanced screen we have are black. The gray screens we make, like I said, are more advanced than the gray screens on the market, as you can see already. But the black technology is the best. We're going to talk about having that OLED technology. This is what they talk about when we go to the forum sites. Like, oh, I would never go near a gray screen. Can't even pick up the contrast or color rate. And they're right. They are. Only black screens can do it. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And my projector behind me is 5,000 lumens. Full 1080p. Doesn't even pick up on a gray or white screen. This is why if you had an ultra short throw at 3,000 lumens sitting less than a foot away from your screen, this is why they do it in the dark, because the screen would wash out. So if you, as long as you have a gray or white screen, you would never compete with an OLED. You can't do it. Screens don't pick up. That's why you're told to calibrate. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is why you're forced to spend the money for projectors with high power contrast capabilities, because your screen can't see it. Desired nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
I choose proven quality sleep from the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed because it can gently raise your partner's head to help relieve snoring.
This is why the technology has a nickname OLED-like, because it reacts like an OLED. And for those of you who have OLED TVs, you don't like to think we don't deserve that title. Oh, we do. Our products are way more advanced than your TVs at the end of the day, because again, like I said, you pay for size. We don't have to pay for size. If I want 4K, we can have 4K. I can have picture-in-picture if I choose to. I got a projector that can display 5 different screens in one freaking picture. Can't do that. And as for you saying for apps, we have that. It's called a Fire Stick. And some projectors come with them built in. But the most important thing, no matter how advanced the projector is, the fact that our black technology gives that projector the option to look OLED-like, because it produces a 100% contrast level. Because that's the first thing I hear when we go on the forum sites. Oh, but my screen could put... Big deal. It's a black screen right there. Then what of it? Conversation starts to drop a little bit when you see a black screen pop in there. You're gonna talk about your contrast level? Because people at OLED, that's all they brag about. Here we got that dark contrast over that black level. We got that real true 100% black level. Guess what? That screen's black. What of it? Can't make that bragging rights with a gray screen. Even with the 2.0, even though that screen pulls an amazing contrast versus another gray screen, it will never compete with black technology. That's why we consider the 2.0 to be the white projection screen of our products. The most advanced are black. But I got another one for you when I go into the forum site today for you people with OLEDs. I got something called the remote control test. Take your remote control and throw it at your screen and see what happens. I can do this all day. I can throw a remote control at my screen all day long. Don't have to worry about anything at all. Can't do that because you crack your screen. And that's the first thing I get when customers contact me. There's no way in the world to spend that much money for a TV. If that screen happens to get cracked, I'm out of a TV. I'll go to my favorite. Remember, this technology was designed in the max out zone downstairs. That area with all that heavy conditioned light, this is where this technology was developed. All that technology was developed down there. If they can maintain down there, up here it's a cakewalk. This is nothing. Up here, this would be a struggle for most screens. This is nothing for the screen. Yeah, you can keep your OLED TVs. I like to see you match that screen right there. 127-inch true 1610 widescreen. On my $150 projector. I thought that was the most hilarious thing ever, going to compare an OLED TV to my technology. Please. The first thing when we flash this screen and we show that OLED background with the logo on it, the first thing they ask is, where in the world, how much did we pay for that TV? It's not a TV, it's a projection screen. That's the beautiful thing about our black technology. This is why gray screens, or not our gray screens, but when it comes to, put it this way, when it comes to having that 100% contrast, this is where our technology is the best. All right, so we're done with this demonstration. I already got everything set up for us to get ready to go outside and do these demonstration displays. Got to come back and talk about this OLED TV thing. Definitely got to come back on that. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I have to go. Thank you all, and God bless.